I'm Carol Waddell. I head the Retirement Solutions Group, which is located here in Denver on the 4th floor. I joined the organization, I guess I've been with the organization 8 years. I started as part of JP Morgan, the JP Morgan acquisition, and so when the acquisition went down and we formed Empower, I packed up my place in New York and headed cross country and moved to Denver, and I've been happily here since that engagement.
Nice. Do you want to go ahead and share about our theme for this year?
Yes, so the International Women's Day theme, every year they pick a theme for International Women's Day, which is March 8th. So the theme is Each for Equal, so equal pay, equal rights, and that's, of course, for women, but across all genders. So as a woman in a high up position, why is the women empowerment important to you as an individual?
I would say it's important to me because I grew up in financial services. So in the 90s is when I first entered the retirement business. And it was a company in Maryland, really great organization, but it was predominantly male, predominantly white. People, the gentlemen I work with, a lot of them went to the same schools, colleges, business schools. A lot of them have kids today, and they all went to the same schools. They went to the same gyms. They played golf at the same club. And as a woman coming into the organization, I really didn't have any of those informal ways of building a network and relationship and really getting to know some of these leaders. So it was kind of hard to come into that environment and figure out how do you build a network and identify a path to grow your career. So that's why I think the diversity and making sure women are equal, have equal opportunities in the workplace is important to me.
Thank you. Thank
Absolutely.
you for sharing that with us. Can you share with us one woman who has impacted your life, whether personally or professionally?
Yeah, I always feel like it's,
how?
yeah. It always seems like people say their mom, but it was my mom for me. My parents had me when they were 18 and 19 years old. I went through college with them. My mom graduated with honors, double degree in 3 years, and then went on to teach, and she was an incredible teacher. She was recognized for a lot of her contributions. We couldn't go to the mall without kids running up to us and wanting to talk to her. They stopped by our house all the time and would just hang out. So she was really a very approachable, influential person. Throughout her life, she went on, retired early because she'd been very frugal with her money, but stayed very involved in the church and in her community. And I think those are some of the things she did, but more than that, she was always just incredibly supportive of me and a believer that I could do whatever I wanted to do. So I think having that behind you is invaluable. So I was inspired by who she was, and she was my biggest cheerleader.
And at such a young age, too. That's very impressive.
Yeah, thank you.
It's very impressive. 3 years, man.
Double degree.
Yeah, she's something else.
So how will you continue to promote women empowerment and the Each for Equal?
Yeah. So promoting women's empowerment, I would say there are 2 ways I do it. So one is somewhat formal at work. I co-chair the Empower D&I Advisory Council. So I work with an incredible group of people here that are really passionate about diversity and inclusion and really passionate about Empower. They're super excited about our business. And we set the strategy. So what is our strategy for improving diversity and inclusion at Empower? And then we act as advocates for all of our events, things like the WIN group. So that's one way I do it, like in a more formal, I guess, setting. And then another way I do it is just personally. I support my family, my friends, colleagues internally with things like interviewing for jobs, negotiating compensation, dealing with difficult situations or tough people, establishing a network. I mean, I think those are all things that are important as women are growing through the organization. And the compensation front one is one of my favorites because that's always a very awkward conversation for people. So, just trying to figure out how do I help mentor individuals, again, in the broader community is one way I'm doing it.
So before leaving here today, what is one thing that you would like our viewers to remember about you?
I don't know it's so much remember about me versus just remember. I think the most important thing is that you get involved. Like, don't sit on the sidelines talking about, oh, I wish things occurred this way, I wish I had more opportunity. Like, you have to just get engaged. Get engaged in everything you can possibly do. Don't stand on the sidelines.
Thank you so much. Thank you for meeting with us today, and I look forward to doing more events with you.
Absolutely, you guys are doing great work. Keep it up.
Thanks.